Hey, it's Hannah, and welcome to your shoulder and upper back centered rest practice. For this class, all you're going to need is a comfortable place to lie down and a pillow or bolster to support yourself. We're going to start in a child's pose. So you can start in hands and knees and sink your hips back towards your heels and crawl your hands out in front of you. Add support where you would like here. And we'll start with just a little bit of self massage here. So just bend your elbows and bring your hands to that tight area between your shoulders and your neck. And just give your traps a little squeeze here. Nothing fancy, but just, helping to release that area. You can make little circles or just apply some pressure with your fingertips and thumbs. When you've had enough, just release. Allow your hands to come down in front of you like they were before. Take an easy, slow breath in and let it go. When you feel ready, walk yourself up to tabletop, hands and knees. The next time you breathe in, sweep your right arm up, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale to thread right arm under left. We'll do that again. Breathe in, sweep up, reach high. Breathe out, thread through. Threading the needle here. Last one, reach. Feel all that expansion through your heart. Exhale, thread through, and we'll land here. You can either keep your hips over your knees or sink them back closer to that child's pose shape we were in before. And you might even crawl those left fingertips up a little further away to find some more space through that left side body. A few breaths here, slow and steady. Slide that left hand in, push into your palm, and come back to hands and knees. Inhale to sweep that left arm up. Exhale, thread through. And we'll do that twice more. A little flow here. Land in this last one. Again, you can keep hips over knees or sink back to that child's pose. Maybe crawl your right hand a little further forward. Sneak in a little extra space. Again, just breathe slow and easy here. Feel that space between the shoulder blades. When you've had enough, come back to hands and knees and crawl your legs back a little bit, your hands forward, and just lower all the way down onto the front of your body. You can rest your head on your hands. It's called crocodile pose. Just take a few breaths right here. You might feel the breath a little bit more into your back. Eventually, you can slide your hands under your shoulders. Breathe in, push into your palms, lift your head and your heart, and exhale to lower down. We'll do that twice more. Breathe in, lift, exhale, roll down. One more push into your hands, roll up, open the heart. Exhale, roll down. Stay down and just send your left hand out to the side like you're making a T shape. Gaze to the right, and that might be enough, or you can push into your right hand. Bring your right foot back behind you, and maybe even bring your right hand to your low back. So opening through the heart here. Feel all that space through the chest, the front of your shoulders, whatever variation you choose to take. When you've had enough, plant your right hand down, unravel, and we'll go right into the second side. So reach your right arm out, bring your left palm down, gaze to the left, maybe stay there, or roll onto that right side, left limbs behind you. And if that starts to sound like a game of Twister, you can just take a peek at the screen. And when you feel satisfied, just unravel real slow, coming back to crocodile, resting on the front of your body. You can go for a little roll through the shoulders if you'd like. And then peel your way back to hands and knees. Keep your hips over your knees and crawl your hands forward. Let your heart melt down. Forehead to the mat, or bend an elbow and rest your forehead on your forearm. This is called melting heart pose or puppy pose. Really sweet way to open through the chest, the underarms, and even through the sides of your ribs. Eventually roll your way up and come up to hands and knees and move through a cat-cow or two, arching and rounding your back. It should feel pretty nice after all that movement we've done so far. And eventually, just make your way down onto one side, doesn't matter which. Keep your knees bent, stack your legs, and bring your hands together and place them between your knees so you're not tempted to use one as a pillow. Allow your head to kind of dangle off to the side there, and then lift your top ear to your top shoulder. So you get this little stretch as your head comes down, and a little bit of strength as you lift that top ear to the top shoulder. This is so great if you have tension through the neck. I know it seems counterintuitive to do some strength work, but it is so good for us. Can really help with tension, headaches, and just, all the stress that lives in this area in the body, which is probably the reason you clicked on the class. When you've had enough, just make your way to the other side. You can flip around like I am here, or just turn your back to your screen. Same thing, place your hands between your knees so you're not tempted to use them. Let your head dangle off to the side, getting that stretch. And then lift ear to shoulder for that little bit of strength. It's so good. Just trust me on this one. You could do this move every day for a week or so and just see how you feel. Sometimes I like to just let the head kind of rest in that stretch for an extra breath or two. And eventually, just let it go. Make your way up and grab either your pillow or your bolster, whatever you're using, or even just a blanket folded up into a rectangular shape. You can have your legs stacked or staggered, but stay on one hip here. Bring the short edge of your pillows closer to you, hands to either side of the pillow, and lower yourself down onto that support. You can start with your gaze in the same direction as your knees. If your neck is cool with it, you can turn your head the other way to deepen the twist. So this is our supported deer pose, this forward-facing restorative twist. Nice for the spine and so great for the nervous system. And your job here is to just rest and breathe. Of course, part of being human is that we're going to think. But when you catch yourself thinking a lot, just come back to feeling the shape and your breath. This is your time to just be here for you. Slide your hands in, push into your palms to lift yourself away from the pillow. A little counter stretch here might feel nice. And then just flip around so the opposite hip is close to that short edge of the bolster or pillow. Place your hands down either side of your support and rest your head on the pillow. Whatever way you want to look, however you want to have the legs, just let this feel nice, chill, and restful. You've done enough. And come on up, push into your palms, lift away. Maybe take a little counter stretch. And then turn your back to your support. You can have your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And just roll yourself down. So the back of your head, your shoulder blades, maybe even your rib cage is supported by the prop. You can have your arms and your legs any way you'd like. Whether you've got the arms out to a T shape, a Y shape, or even just resting your hands on your body, whatever you want to do that feels good through your heart, through your shoulders. And as for the legs, you can play around, keep them bent, maybe bring the soles of your feet together and your knees wide for a butterfly variation. Or just stretch your legs long and see how that feels. We're aiming for opening through the heart, through the front of the body, this area that we tend to close off during the day. And your job is to simply breathe and take luxuriously slow breaths. And keep coming back to your breath. You got this. Stay present just a little bit longer. And take a long, slow breath in. Let it go. And place one hand over your heart and one hand on your abdomen. And send a thank you to your body and a thank you to yourself for being here and carving out this time in your day to practice. Thank you so much for being here and practicing with me. Peace.